Next up, at UFC London, we have Makhmud Muradov taking on Bryan Barberena. Makhmud Muradov is 25-8 overall, 3-2 in his last 5, and he is riding back. Nope. Yes. Coming off that decision loss to Caio Borralho. Bryan Barberena, 18-10 overall. He's 3-2 in his last 5. He's riding back-to-back submission losses. Bryan Barberena, we've seen this guy a million times, right? He's a fun brawler. He's going to come forward. He's got a pretty good gas tank. He's going to be busy with his strikes. He's going to throw bombs, and he's going to try to win these fights. What's kind of crazy is he does have decent grappling, but you're going to see, well, he was just dominated in grappling. 2 fights in a row, taken down, submitted. But that's RDA and Gunnar Nelson. Like, those are not easy guys to just stand up on and not worry about. But Bryan Barberena, pretty well-rounded guy, sort of a tried-and-true vet at this point, a take one to give one kind of style with plenty of cardio. If you remember his last win, he knocked out Robbie Lawler right before Robbie Lawler just got his own knockout and retired. He's taking on Makhmud Muradov. This guy's actually a very solid boxer. He's got nice kicks, solid fundamentals. He's very clean. His technique is good. His striking differential is 4-2, meaning he is landing 4 significant strikes for every 2 that come back his way. And he ties all that out with a 76% takedown defense. He's coming off a decision loss to Caio Borralho, where his grappling defense actually looked a lot better than people expected. People thought Caio Borralho was just going to blow through him, and that really wasn't the case. Makhmud is probably the better fighter everywhere, right? Just technique-wise. But Bryan Barberena is a never-say-die kind of guy. He's not just a guy that'll just you get him out of there super easy. Unless you have phenomenal takedowns and grappling skill, you're going to end up in a fist fight. And the pick's going to be Muradov here. What should happen is he comes forward. He's going to land the cleaner shots. He's going to get it done, probably work in some takedowns after seeing Bryan's last couple of fights. But it's hard to – a lot of people are parlaying Makhmud Muradov. It's hard to parlay a guy who's – on this streak here. I get it, though. Meaning, I understand why you're parlaying him. I understand his abilities. I understand his opponent is probably the biggest eye-opener here. So, frankly, I'm not going to shame you for parlaying Makhmud Muradov. He should get it done, but this fight might be a little tougher than people think. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, I mean, he should be able to do what he needs to do against a guy like, Bryan Barberena, who is coming up in weight too. So he's going to be, I mean, he wasn't a massive 170 by any means. I mean, he looked like at 170, like he could have made 155, and now he's at 185. And I think that physicality should help Muradov. If he does get in trouble, he should, be able to get those takedowns that he needs, because we've seen Bryan Barberena getting taken down time and time again. But what worries me a little bit is when I'm watching him, and I'm watching him versus Gerald, and he's landing the big shots, and he's almost getting Gerald out of there in the first round. He does kind of open up. And that's kind of dangerous against a guy like Bryan Barberena, because against a guy like Gerald's really not going to fire back. But once he did start firing back, you saw what happened. I mean, he was getting hit because he kind of tries to brawl out of those situations instead of just using footwork, getting back to space where he's going to be the better striker. If he has somebody against the fence or somebody pressures him against the fence, he will brawl out of those situations. Against like Bryan Barberena, who can eat a shot to give a shot, will just keep throwing volume on you. That is a little bit of a red flag, because you saw him getting tired and ultimately losing that fight versus Gerald because of the pressure that Gerald was ultimately able to lay on him. So, yes, I do think that Muradov is the better fighter, the better prospect, the 185 guy, should have the wrestling, should have the striking, should whatever it takes to win this fight. But I agree, as a parlay piece, as a whatever, Bryan Barberena is one of those guys that will just come in and just out-tough somebody, grind them down, throw the volume, and then come out with a weird win, especially on a weird card like this. So, Muradov, but another fight where he's my pick, but should be medium confidence, I would say.
Yeah, I'm more confident than you in Muradov. So I didn't want to sound like I was whiny there. I just think, I was just trying to give Bryan Barberena the credit he's due. He's a tough guy that you can't really just assume you're going to blow through, especially if you're not a diehard, nasty wrestler. But Makhmud should be better everywhere, and that should be enough to get it done. So anyway, $9,500 in DraftKings, that I don't know about, because I think you need a bunch of takedowns or a finish to be worth that kind of money. And Bryan Barberena has been finished, but not
should be finished.
You think so?
I mean, if you're Muradov and you're who you want to be in this division, you better finish a guy like Bryan Barberena. I know he's tough, but I mean, you got to get in there. You got to make a name for yourself.
So stupid, dude. Anyway, I have the flags mixed up, guys. Sorry about the graphic.
Yeah, somebody's like, fix them right now. Fucking fix them right now. I demand you fix them.
It's that guy Jay you yelled at before. I just couldn't imagine spending my Monday night looking. He hasn't commented a single thing in here that was positive. No, like, just communicating with other people. Just 100% negativity. It's such a weird way to live. It's miserable.
Tell me.
Miserable.
I get it a lot.
You're locking. Well, you do it to yourself with those fucking trash ass lock of the week picks. That's kind of on you. I made a little mistake with the flag on a picture. No big deal.
What about this one right here?
Oh yeah, it's Tuesday night, not Monday. Shut up. See, look, they just can't wait to point out mistakes.
What about this one right here?
You just drew a English flag.
English flag. Wow. No,
Doesn't
they
the
won
England
that
flag
war.
Does the English
You ever seen
flag look
Braveheart?
like that too?
Never seen Braveheart?
I
never have either, honestly. But I know it's about the Scottish independence. I don't know who. I assume for the Brits, but I have no idea.
Well, we took our independence from them, so fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them.
Unless you're from there and you're watching, then we appreciate you.